Hi FlossTube friends. Welcome to episode 4 of the Stitch Folk podcast. My name is Barry and today is August 24th of 2022. And last week was amazing. Last weekend was the summer school at Attic Needlework in Mesa, Arizona. So on Tuesday before, Grace of Paisley Stitcher and I drove out to Mesa. I drove to Tempe, which is where the hotel is, which is a mile or so mile and a half maybe from the Attic Needlework. And first thing Wednesday morning, we went 9:55 knocking on the door at the Attic, and we got to go in and get some shopping done. And I think that's when the bulk of the shopping took place. See Jean, was able to gift Jean a few things, and see Carolyn and the rest of the staff, and then we headed off to the airport to pick up Brenda and Laura of Brenda and the Serial Starter, and then Susan Stanley of Stitch in Time. So we had a car full of excited and ready to go Stitchers, and zoomed right back to the Attic and do some more shopping, and spent a few hours there. It was just exhilarating and wonderful. And just to see everybody kind of coming back together. Laughing was the top of the charts, and a lot of friendship. So from there we went back to the hotel, which is the Hilton Garden Inn in Tempe, Arizona. And trying to remember where we went to dinner. Right now I can't think of it. So anyway, but we definitely ate well and ate daily. The food was amazing at the event itself, and then we ate at a number of places: Cracker Barrel, Manuel's Mexican food. We had a wonderful breakfast at Neater's one day, and Cracker Barrel again. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that to the side for a minute, and then tell you a little bit about summer school. So I don't know how long it's been happening. I think over 10 years, probably 12, maybe 14. I'm just not certain. I'm pretty certain that information is available though. So there were a number of instructors, 5 or 6. So summer school is in August in Phoenix, and surprisingly the weather was not as hot as it's been in the past. So we could go outside, and actually all of us were going, well, that's not that bad. So we all survived that. And there is air conditioning everywhere. So so Friday night is when summer school starts, Friday night at 5. And there is a presentation done by all the instructors, introduce themselves, and just we get to know them again, and they get to know the people that are in the room. And then classes start Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. And Tanya Brockmeyer was our first instructor. And I may actually get some of these out of order, but I do know Tanya was first. And she presented a project to us, and it's fully kitted. It's got the linen, in this case, it's got the linen, the overdyed cottons, the chart, and some extras. So I'm going to show you the chart that she gave us, and then show you my progress. I'm actually working on this project, and finding it really enjoyable. I have to say though, for some of us, there's not a lot of stitching that happens at summer school. Got a little start on it, but anyway, I'm gonna plug away at it because I love this chart. And it's called Scarlet Berries. I kind of feel like it was made for me. So this is the chart we were given. Scarlet Berries. And just immediately needed to start on those peacocks. Yes, it's just fun. Tanya does an amazing job with her colors. Color genius, what can I say? So with the chart, we're given this thread card to commemorate summer school, all of our floss that we're using for the chart. She also gifted us from That's So Kelly. She had a another thread card made with I'm not sure what that's called. Anyway, I believe it's to hold our floss. It's a reusable thread keep. That's what it is. And it has this fun button needle minder. And this background is, Tanya had it custom made. It's from another chart that she had, or another antique sampler that she has. So I've got to be in the class to get that, and absolutely love that. So I'm going to show you where I am on this. I did start in the bottom left, and this is, let me tell you really quickly what this fabric is. And it's 36 count Cocoa Linen by Weeks Dye Works. And this is my start on it. So I've got a bird, a dog, a rabbit, a peacock, and a diamond. So it's and a imprint from my hoop. I definitely want to just continue working on this. This is really enjoyable. I don't stitch on 36 count very often, and I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. So I do have a basket I'm going to be putting everything in. And then I think this was the next one we were given. If it's not, that's okay. But we were given just a big kit from Needlework Press, and that is Vicki Jeanette and her daughter-in-law Megan Jeanette. So this kit included 2 projects, and the first one is Life ED 1890. That border, I just loved it. I love a floral border, love a geometric border, love a border. So yes, this is Life. Life ED 1890 by Needlework Press. And we also got, of course, the floss to do it. And these are all classic Colorworks. And I didn't look already, I apologize. Saltbush, of course, this is Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit, 36 count. So the floss colors, really nice on that fabric. But wait, there's more, because when Vicki puts a kit together, she doesn't mess around. She also provided us with instructions if we wanted to make this stitch into a stitching mat. So she provided us with 1/3 of a yard of this really delightful bandana print in this nice spring green. And there was some examples there of the stitching mat and some instructions in the kit. And then, but wait, there's more, because it's Vicki. There's also a pin keep that's done on perforated paper. So she took the berry basket, and you can actually see the stitching mat below it there. Oops, sorry about that. I'm going to show you the chart there. So there's the pin keep on the stitching mat, and the pin keep is done with perforated paper backed with a wool blend felt. And Megan did a really nice presentation on how to make that happen, how to put that together. She also gave us a little, is that right side up? Gave us a little ruler with Needlework Press on it. So that'll keep, and a little cactus charm, because we were in the desert. A little golden cactus charm to go on the back of the pin keep. Is that right? Yeah, I can just see that. So that will keep me busy for a while, and it's just wonderful. There's such generous classes, and to be able to get a full kit, and in this case 2, a lot of fun. So I'm gonna put that in my list of things to do. And then I'm gonna reopen this because I completely closed it up. This is how one of them, well, actually 2 of them, Tanya's Scarlet House, put hers in this one. I just love a manila envelope or craft paper envelope. It's just the possibilities. So let me open this. And this one is from Samplers Remembered, which is oh, yes. So this is the chart we got from Linda Danielson of Samplers Remembered. It's Jane Eleanor Lee, 1836. The fabric is Weeks straw in 40 count, and we're using Weeks Dye Works and Gentle Arts thread. So how beautiful is that? I'm gonna say very, very beautiful. Beautifully packaged. We get this amazing, delightful thread card. All the thread, I haven't prepared the threads yet to be able to use them, but it's just the presentation, the project, it's just gorgeous. I mean, I just feel so fortunate. I would buy this, you know, if it was in the store, and I would get that up and you know, put it in my to-do list, my joyful to-do list. Okay, and then Linda of Needle Made Designs, Linda Vinson, she did a scissor holder, and there was something else in here. There's a whole bag of stuff in this. So the scissor holder has an option, a lot of options. So this is the front of the scissor holder. So we're gifted the scissors themselves, all the silk ribbon, the floss, which is Belle Soie, the fabric, the pieces that we need to put it together, and on the back, let's see if I can find the photo, we can do we have a couple of choices. So we can do this with the year, and all the initials are included. There are also a couple of options that include, right now I can't find them, but they're somewhere in my pile here. Oh, they include the summer school, attic needlework, or Margaret Campbell worked with my friends. And then this came off, this graph or motif came from a bigger chart that will be sent to us. And I look forward to getting that because it was really pretty. So the fabric that we're given, I did get a little start on it. I'm doing just that tree that is at the base. And then we're given the scissors. And there's a little piece of tubing so that the scissors don't poke through our pin keep. We're given some clover miracle clips, or wonder clips, not miracle clips, clover wonder clips. This is the silk ribbon. She explained that this is one of her favorites because instead of being a ribbon that is, a lot of silk ribbon is done on the bias, especially when it's hand dyed, but there's also some silk ribbon that is done on grain and finished on all edges, or on both edges, not the ends. So that was why she chose that one. It's a high quality. And then the pieces that we'll need to put together, this is some silk dupioni, and to put together the scissor keep. So what a fun, wonderful project for all of us. And the Belle Soie, which I should keep with it, is right there. Okay, next project. So Gloria of Milady's Needle brought us a pin box to make, or a pin cushion to make, and the box to put it in. The box is by Tim Holtz. So there's the box itself. here's the photo of what we're making. And then the instruction that she gave us, that I have a lot to learn in this department, had to do with the nun stitch and how it's constructed. So it's a foreign thing to me, but I'm excited to learn it. It was too complicated for me while all the excitement was going on. This is going to require some actual focusing. So see how I'm focusing now? So she gave us the silks required. Oh, more silk. The fabric, which is, let's see what fabric we're using. Those are finishing instructions. The fabric we're using is Vintage Sand Dune by Lakeside in 40 count. And it's a Veriswa silks. So that is a project that will then give me this wonderful box to be able to keep not just my pins in, but scissors and my other stitchy doodads, of which I seem to have a lot. I've acquired quite a few. And then Nancy Mills at 5 Times Blessed. So much fun. She does a sale. These last 2 years, she's had a pop-up shop, which brings out the, you got to sharpen your elbows and get the spray and try to get people out of your way to get to the good stuff. Because if you've shopped on 5 Times Blessed, her shop in Etsy, you'll know what wonderful things that she makes with buttons. And I'll show you some things that I got from her shop. Lots of buttons, and I don't have it right in front of me. So her project is a button box. So we're going to stitch that simple design and then mount our stitched piece onto cardboard, and then mount that cardboard onto this wooden box that she gifted us, that she included. So let me show you again without the plastic. So the grid with the buttons in it. So I'm thinking of doing this with red and cream buttons. So here's the box. It's called a book box, she said. And then inside this box we got, I believe it's a 28 count, 32 count. It's a bigger count, but it needs to be for this project. And this adorable button, I love that. And then she gave us this packet of vintage buttons. There's glass buttons and metal buttons and bone buttons and mother of pearl buttons and some just vintage plastic buttons. She also gave us the silk ribbon to finish it with. That's done here. So my silk ribbon is a kind of a rosy red, which is perfect for my French general look that I want to do. And then she also gave us this tag, which is made using the graphic for a summer school this year. And it's pretty hefty. So I am super excited about this project. And then the box, you paint it, wax it, put your piece on top with the buttons. I'll keep you posted on my progress with that. I'm really excited about doing this project. Okay, so those were the actual projects, and those will keep us all pretty busy for a long time. So in front of me, I have a tray filled with things that I was gifted. I'm going to go over what Jean gave us. Jean is the most generous hostess of this event. It's, again, a little overwhelming, but I have my Jean gifts. Friday night, we were gifted a project bag by Stitch Folk. So this has been a year in the making. These have been done for quite some time. A number of people commented that, oh, I can see why you're behind on your tomato bags. These aren't why I'm behind on my tomato bags. I'm behind on my tomato bags because they are very, very popular. And I was gone for a week. And anyway, tomato bags are coming. You actually aren't going to see me again until tomato bags are completely shipped. So this bag, though, is those girls. I did this graphic almost a year ago also, not too long after summer school. And I called them the Nerdy Girls, which I really liked. And last year at summer school, I gifted Jean and Carolyn a bag, not this fabric, but with a similar patch on it that I'd created. And I had written the attic needlework where the cool kids go to stitch. And I did that kind of as a play on words, because it's freaking hot there in August. And because nerdy girls, and we think we're awesome as stitchers, but people looking in the window, they don't get it, you know. So we're really just cool to ourselves. That is all that means. Yeah, we're the nerdy cool. So I got a really fun bag. I appreciate getting one of my own bags. I made tags for all of them because we were, there was I made 130 of the same bag. And I thought maybe if somebody wanted to put their name on theirs, they'd have that, a place to do that. And then at our tables were these snap trays in red, of course. So they just snap open, and so they're easy to store, easy to put in your suitcase, easy to store if you needed to, and just perfect. So I think a lot of them got filled with candy on the tables. Ours did as well. One of the other things, Jean loves Kohana as much as the rest of us. So this is a ceramic magnetic needle minder, and on the side of it, it has a little hole, and if you push your needle in and out, it also will sharpen and clean your needle. It just, Kohana presentation and Jean's generosity. And then she gave us all a mini McBean's thread ring or floss ring. Oh, just mini McBean's, so sweet. Mine has rabbits, made with love, a chart in a heart, just beautiful. She also gifted us with stick pins by Jersey Girl Stitches. I'm gonna take these out. They're so pretty. And there's some floss rings in here, not floss rings, floss drops. So look at the gold and the red. So Jean, it's so Jean. I love that Jean gives us stuff that just thrills her because it thrills us. I am speaking for everybody. Probably not wise. And then some floss tags. So Teresa of Jersey Girl Stitches made these for us, and Jean gave them to us. So sweet. Another thing Jean gave us, is basically a kit. I mean, we'll decide our own fabric to do this with, but Annie B's Folk Art has these gorgeous pears, absolutely gorgeous. And Jean gave us, there was quite a few different shades of red we could choose of Dinky Dyes. I chose Red Center. And then look at these. These are floss winders made of mother of pearl, and they're pears. They are beautiful. They're little pears, thread winders, by Kelmscott Designs. And there's 3 of those. It's just beautiful, so beautiful. So Jean, you outdone yourself. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Wendy from the Heart Needle Art passed out a chart for everyone, and this is called Dutch Birds. So great to see Wendy. She's just an instant smile, so interested and interesting, which I love in a person. So Dutch Birds. I'm going to go out on a limb and think that I might have heard that this is part of a bigger chart coming. Don't quote me, because I could be wrong. It won't be the last time. The other thing Wendy did was gifted me with this. First of all, last summer Wendy gave me a needle book, and it's like my needle book. It's what I use every day when I'm stitching. This year she gifted me this pouch made from Tilda fabrics. Oh, the needle book is made with French General fabrics, and it's this little, I think she made it from using Lori Holt's technique. It's a little patchwork with little pockets on the side, and it's all French General fabrics, right up my alley. This year, beautiful Tilda bag, and there were candies on here. Those are gone. So, and then this either scissor fob, zipper pull. But look at those. And I've never seen this type of way to string these. It actually will untwist, and I have some troll beads. I can change it and enhance it, and or I can leave it exactly and perfectly like it is. So thank you so much, Wendy. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to go over this tray of goodies. One of the absolute highlights of the days that we were there, and I'm going to say I think it was Thursday. Nope, it was Friday. Friday, Susan, Stanley, Grace, Brenda and Laura, and myself, and then Bryn and Karen Kirk of Fox and Rabbit were all invited over to Vicki Jeanette's studio, then house, and then we all went to lunch, and then went to Tanya Brockmeyer of Scarlet House's house. So that day was a whirlwind of delights. At Vicki Jeanette's studio, I met Nita for the first time, and Nita had made little pin cushions for all of us with her French General fabric and wool felt. So a little pin cushion and some little hand-dyed seam binding, rayon seam binding. Absolutely beautiful presentation. And then this little bonbon, which has a, look at that, it has a little tape measure in it, but I'll never unwrap it because it's just adorable. So that was from Nita. Thank you, Nita, fellow redhead. And this is one of the items I was gifted that I don't recall who it was, and I apologize, but I do remember being handed it. And it's the firmest, cutest little strawberry with a little button on top, little shell button, but you stuffed it very nicely. I just feel bad that I can't remember who put it in my hand, so I apologize. And I was gifted, this is a stick pin. I had some choices, either a stick pin or a lobster clasp one, like a needle fob zipper pull. And again, I didn't get your name. I mean, we chatted and you let me choose, and I didn't get your name, and I apologize, but this is beautiful and will go in one of my my pin cushions. Thank you so much. And then Colorado Cross Stitcher, who is Sherry, gave me this needle minder, which is got a magnet on the back. It's got her home sweet home. It's lovely. Thank you so much, Sherry. Absolutely beautiful. And wait, there's some more. I was really surprised by this. So this was gifted to me. There's a note on it, and it says, Barry, thank you for making the stunning tomato bags. Kind regards. And this is from Celeste, who has the best shirts, hand down. She wore these amazing blouses. I don't know the designer, but it had this cross-stitch type stuff on it, and every time I saw her, I was in awe of her blouses. But she gave me 3 of those gorgeous little tomato pin cushions, pin cushion pins, handmade. I've ordered a couple of these because I saw Brenda, and I'm at that impressionable age, and when Brenda showed them, I knew I needed them. So now I have a few more. Justine, who is Just Quilty, dang it. I'll put her Instagram up here because she is well worth watching. Just Quilty stuff. Anyway, I could ramble that one on for a while. Justine made this over the neck, over the shoulder pouch. So I put my credit card in there because needed to. Put my name tag in here, and on the back it'll hold your phone. I put lip balm because my phone's a big phone and it's really heavy. But wow, Justine, thank you. God, I was just on your Instagram this morning. I don't know why I can't remember it. From my sweet Laura. Right up, well, first I got an envelope with my initial on it. Either that or I got Brenda's. Oh, I got mine. I got this scissor fob. Is that screaming? Look at that. Oh my gosh. So sweet. Little stitching girl. Looking like me when I was little. From Grace. I believe she got this from 5 Times Blessed. How beautiful. Just so pretty. It does have a loop on it here too, so I can see me hanging it somewhere on something. From Brenda, look at this slipper. It's for your scissors, of which I have a pair here. These are really tiny, but your scissors fit in it. It's perfect for Kohanas. And I mean, seriously, that is so sweet. I don't have the packaging for it. I don't remember the person that she said that made it. I'm pretty sure she's on Instagram. I'm pretty sure she's on Etsy. And that is adorable. And then from Susan Stanley, this cracks me up. This picture just is beyond. So this is one of those little books to put floss bags in, floss away, or is there a name for another one? Anyway, she put the Summer School Attic 2022, her name. She also put a floss ring with it. And she put these, same character. I love this so much. Some floss tags that we can punch ourselves. Isn't that fantastic? Absolutely fantastic. So, in addition, Amy of Mrs. Flossie fame, I'm getting choked by my apron. Oh, I think this was also with the one Susan. Oh wait, there was something else. There was a bit. Oh man, there's also a playing card somewhere in here. That Susan decorated. She's brilliant when it comes to that. So I'm not seeing it. It's nearby somewhere. But I'll show it another time. So Amy of Mrs. Flossie decorated these blocks, and then she drilled it, and then she put the Nerdy Girls on there. Isn't that fantastic? So these are my Sajou scissors that I just thought I would put in to show you that the scissors fit in there. I know this is by Sampling of Memories, and I know that it came in a set with these, but I don't know who put them in there. Again, I mean, they're absolutely beautiful. And I feel bad that I don't know who put them on my table or handed them to me, or maybe I just should pay better attention, but absolutely love those. And then lunchbox quilts. Her name is Angie, and I had not ever heard of lunchbox quilts before, but she does these machine embroidery applique style and quilt patterns. But she gave me, love a pincushion, these floss cards, and a charm with a quilt block on it. I'm gonna step out on a limb and say that's an Ohio Star. I could be right and I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. Not sure. From Fox and Rabbit, from Bren and Karen, I got some thread cards and a pin. I was so thrilled when they got their logo done like this. It just so charming. And then my friend Janine, who I've had lunch with a number of times, and her mom, Laura, we've had lunch in La Mesa here in San Diego. She made a tomato for me, and it's a pin holder. And it also has a little tomato pin. So adorable. Thank you so much, Janine. And I hope you and Mona had a wonderful time. They were in the room next to me and said that they heard some ruckus, and there was ruckus, but just once. So that's my gift tray, and it's hefty and it's full. So the next thing I'm going to show you are some things that I purchased. There might be a few things. So I'm going to start with this box. Mary Cox, who I've never met in person, but she's, I think, well known in the Stitcher community, long time. She brings things like not a trunk show, but she sets up, there's a table set up with things that she has sent or brought. Generally, there's some real vintage things on there, some antiques. There was a pile of shaker boxes, and the shaker boxes from Orleans Carpenters, from Orleans, MA. Is that Massachusetts? Maine? No, it's not Maine. MA. So what I have in here are things that I purchased that will fit in here. So when Nancy of 5 Times Blessed did her pop-up shop, I bought a few things. This is a heritage glass jar filled with pink buttons, and she decorated the top with buttons. Had to have sharp elbows to get my way to that. And then there's what I imagine is reclaimed wood that she made, and this one has a bee on it. Well, it has 2 bees on it. And from Nancy, I got one of these last year, and I got another one this year. These are bone buttons. I believe they're made from cow bone. And I, again, could be right, could be wrong. I believe they were meant for holding up underwear of soldiers, possibly. I'm not sure. I sometimes don't know if I'm making something up, or if I dreamt it, or if I'm just telling you facts. So somewhere in there, it's possible truth. And I also got a little ribbon with a bee pin. She did a French one last year with the red, white, and blue, and I had a little pin. Maybe it was an Eiffel Tower. So I'm going to add that to my other pin. And then what I really love is this button and shoe button. So bone button and then little shoe button bracelet that she made. So fun. I would actually have it on right now, but I can't put it on by myself until I figure out that whole paper clip claspy thing, which will require that I find, oh wait, no, not gonna fit, which will require that I find a paper clip. So anyway, absolutely love that. And then also at Mary Cox, let me look in my bucket here. Mary Cox have these old insurance company giveaways that are pin holders. Again, you can see the pins on the side. I actually didn't see these, but Laura was walking around with a handful of them, putting them in people's baskets saying you need to buy this. So I bought it. Then I helped myself to a wardrobe of Minnie McBean stuff. This is the scissor pin. And it's an actual pin. I could put that on my apron. I got one of the Natty pins. I chose red, and it has the magnet on the back because that's a pretty thick pin. Probably don't want to, maybe through a sweater would be fine, but through a woven fabric, a little thick. And then I got a floss ring to go with a chart that I'm very excited about. This is from the Margaret Ferguson chart, which I'll be showing you. And I got a blue one, and I actually don't remember what chart this is, but I love the squirrel, the acorn. How about there? So those are the non-stitching, actual stitching things that I bought. Put those away, and I'm going to show you. I didn't mention that the last thing I'm going to do is show you. I drew names for the giveaway. I forgot to take screenshots, so stay tuned to the end, and I will show, and I'll do the giveaways. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the charts that I got that I also bought the floss for. Then I have charts, and then I have fabric, and then I have, there we go, and then I have the giveaway. And then I'm gonna go sew, because I got tomato bags to finish. You guys have been incredibly patient. So the Margaret Ferguson that I just showed you the floss ring for, this is Margaret Ferguson. And Justine, the lady that made the pouch for the necklace pouch for the credit card and name tag, she had this already begun, and I believe she's working on 52. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. Yeah, that border, stunning. So I got the silk pack for that. I had pre-ordered this, so this was ready for me when I got there. I did not pre-order this, but the model was there. Norfolk Needle Arts, and this is Sarah Clark, 1789. The model was stunning. Absolutely beautiful. The chart looks to be very well done, and I got all but one of the 103s. I don't have a plan yet on what I want to do this on, but oh, it's just that border. Look at those, the color and those flowers. It's a deep red, and oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Also, one that I had pre-ordered was the W. Wallace by Red Barn Samplers. I was able to spend some time with Ray Niles, who is the designer behind Red Barn Samplers, and she is an absolute delight, by the way. But I loved her last FlossTube where she described her search. I don't know if it was her last FlossTube, but she described how she was able to come to figure out who this was. And the gum nut silks that none come with it, but that is charted with. It's also charted in 103, Swasserfine, and DMC. I do have some gum nut silks with the Frances Eden pattern that I have, or chart. I've stitched with them a little bit. Not enough to, I don't know. I'm sure they're absolutely delightful, but I love this color palette so much. So I'm looking forward. This is a fairly small chart, and I'm looking forward to stitching that. Then Nicola had of Hands Across the Sea samplers. There were 6 new charts that were out that I think were being debuted there at the attic. One of them is Margaret and Twistle. And there are some really sweet little motifs in this piece. Those birds. Oh my goodness. I don't know my motifs very well yet, but I love these banners that are up here. Yeah, so there was a thread pack all ready to go. I'm not likely to say no to a thread pack that's ready to go. And then this is so sweet. Another Margaret. So this is the third Margaret. Margaret Ferguson, Margaret Entwistle, and then Margaret, is it Beatty? Yeah, Beatty. Oh, her and her bunnies and those colors. So sweet. She uses a lot of color in this one, but this color palette thrills me. Absolutely thrills me. So Margaret Beatty and her 103s. 23 colors. So sweet. And then Emily Ann Greenway is also one that I had called ahead and had asked them to, if they could, get the 103 silks if they were available. So I got Emily Ann Greenway and her silks. I better get stitching. And then I got some charts that I did not buy silks for. Hard to believe, but it's true, and there's a few of them. So Fox and Rabbit had two models there that I had not seen, and I had to buy those charts because they were gorgeous. The first one is Mary Ellen Turner, and I have these in their paper. They don't have, they're not bound or anything, they're sheets. So this is Mary Ellen Turner, and the suggested linen is called White Clay, which I believe is a new linen for them, and I did get some of that. The birds, the castle in the middle, the color, so beautiful. And this one has 4 ships, a teapot, just the bird, its crown, it's got vessels of like a pitcher. It has a train. Oh, maybe it's not 4 ships. It looks like maybe 3 ships and a train. And then a beehive. So this is Amelia Jane Shanks. I hope that's showing up okay. Amelia Jane Shanks. Isn't that beautiful? Fox and Rabbit, you guys are amazing. Bren and Karen were just so much fun to spend time with. I loved this when I first saw it. This is by Heartstring Samplery, but just all the hand shades and the hearts in the hands. Yeah, heart and hand. That's what us handwork people do. We have our heart in our hand, and yeah, the cuffs. So I just absolutely love this chart. The other couple of, let's see, there's 3 more Hands Across the Sea little charts. So this is, you probably saw Jean working on this. This is Florence Law. She of course did it on 56, but she has a fun tale to tell about doing this chart. So sweet, absolutely adorable. And it's waste not, want not is what the main little phrase is. Waste not, want not. And then Marianne Priest. And it says, God is love in the middle. what I really like is the way she did her alphabet coming down as though it's a tree, basically, or a triangle. So isn't that beautiful? Marianne Priest. And the Attic Needlework has these. And then one of my absolute favorites, and I'm going to try to say her middle name, Amanda Malvini Brown. Malvini, those colors, just absolutely love those colors. So again, these are available at the Attic Needlework. Give them a call. They'll kit it up for you. So the other ones that I picked up here, I saw the original on Vicki Jeanette's wall. This is Ellen Harrison. Oh, the original is just a tiny bit different, but not much. But look at that. I mean, this has everything. It has everything, and I love this one. Love it so much. The other one I was able to see on Vicki's wall is, and I don't know why this wasn't on my radar before, was the Little Busy Bee. In person, the antique was, I mean, I wanted to touch it. I didn't touch it, I promise, but I definitely wanted to. So I got that, and I got the called for Classic Colorworks, and I think there's a week's or two in there. But oh, I'm gonna it was overwhelming, absolutely overwhelming. And I bought this because I saw the model. Is that a honeysuckle border? I believe that's what it's called, and I'm gonna try to say her name, but the model it just drew me in, and it was amongst many, many models. And then this one, this is my last chart that I'm going to show you. It's called A Tender Father, and it's by 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers. But these colors make my heart spin. Flip-flops. I think it sings. Yeah. I love this so much. That brick house. Here's the antique. Absolutely. Oh gosh, I love that so much. And my friend Grace said, she showed me the picture of one that she's purchased, an actual antique, and it's really similar to this. And I believe hers has 2 houses on it, but the same feel. Same colors, some of the same motifs, just a treasure trove of delights. So I followed Brenda's advice on making certain that my linen stash is well stocked, and Fox and Rabbit had some just gorgeous stuff. So one of their new ones is called White Clay. And I think with the way I've got my lighting now, these are showing pretty true on my phone, which is what I'm filming on. So this is 40 count White Clay by Fox and Rabbit. And then you're probably familiar with baked clay. This is also 40 count baked clay by Fox and Rabbit. And one of the other new ones is called Oyster Shell. And this is what I'm considering doing W. Wallace on. Maybe. So it does have a very lavender tint to it. So this is 40 count oyster shell. And then I also have 46 count oyster shell. They did it, they were pretty close. I think this might be just a touch lighter. 46 count oyster shell. And then Seraphim fabric, I've had this before, but this looked so different this time. This is antique lace. Is it 46? I think, no, it's 46 count antique lace by Seraphim. But it had such a green tint and such beautiful modeling or mottling. That, yeah, I was stunned. I had to have it. Had to have it, so I bought it. I'm a Dirty Teacup fan, big time. So I got a fat half of Dirty Teacup in 40 count. And this is by Needle and Flax. Sorry, Rachel. 40 count Needle and Flax. This, I think, for me, would be a staple of fabric. Yeah. That along with this one, which is 40 count Hemingway. Just perfect. I mean, it just is perfection for me. And then there were two new Tabby Cat, or there were a lot of Tabby Cat fabrics there, but new to me color is Ragamuffin. And when Nicola of Hands Across the Sea held her Ragamuffin up, I might have gasped, possibly gasped. So Ragamuffin, this particular one, and I'm sharing these with my friend Kelly. This is Ragamuffin in 40 count. And the way the dye took on this is pretty different than how it took on the 46 count, which I'm going to show you. It's more striated. So this is the 46 count Ragamuffin. It's not as, oh, look at, yeah. I don't have a plan, but I have plenty of charts. It's gray with some faded denim, a little bit of brown possibly. It's just, absolutely love it. And then I scored some Lakeside somehow. Not sure how. The first piece I caught was a 46 count vintage sand dune that had been cut for Margaret Ferguson. Although I'm not going to do Margaret Ferguson on this piece. It's a little, to me, I mean, I love this, but there's so much yellow on Margaret Ferguson. She is the one, she's this one. And I just am not feeling the vintage sand dune for her. I'll do some 103 tossing to figure out what I want to do with that. But I got a fat half of 40 count vintage maritime white. This is kind of a unicorn fabric, I think, for me. I know that my friend Penny, this is kind of her go-to. She's a 46 count user. I use 46 as well, but 40 is also quite a sweet spot. So vintage maritime white. And then under a piece of something else was hiding this 40 count vintage wood smoke by Lakeside. Just hanging out on its own, waiting for a home. To which I said, I got a home. This color thrills me. So that's my fabric. And I'm not even sorry. But you can see why I'm gonna be on a purchasing diet for a while. I'm overloaded, not overloaded. My coffers are full. I have a lot to choose from, and I have a lot of sewing, regular sewing to do. I don't have a lot of stitching time right now, but I am ready for stitching time. I said in my last FlossTube that we are actively looking for a house, and paperwork is all underway, and now we're just waiting for the right one to pop up. So it could be next week, it could be 6 months. You know how searching for a house is. But we're not in a hurry. We don't have to be in a hurry. We're actually fine where we are. But we just want to be ready for when that right one pops up. So I had a giveaway for the last, in my last episode, and I did those on that random comment generator, but it's random if you put the correct word in. So I did that. I didn't take screenshots. I actually totally forgot to do that. But I am going to put the name of the person, and I will put a comment on their comment. But let me show you what I was giving away and who the winners are. I don't have my, I took off the thing. Oh no. I'm going to put your name right here, but this is Fancy Blackett, and it's the perfect pumpkin. I will put your name right here, and I'm giving it with the floss. Darn it. Try to get through without making too many mistakes, but that's a pretty big one in my book. So, Fancy Blackett and her floss. And this one is I Love Fall Most of All. It's the chart, the tray, the wooden tray, and the 3 pumpkins. And this one is going to Martha Robbins. Martha Robbins, you won. Yeah, I guess won. You'll have this coming to you. I'm going to put a comment on your comment, and then also a request for your mailing address. And then candy corn is Lolly, Crows, and Candy Corn, which is the chart, the tray, and 3 candy corns. And this is going to Linda Spost, or Spost. So again, I'm going to put everybody's name up. I'll put a comment on your comment and get those in the post to you. So many entries and so many wonderful comments on my last FlossTube. This one, really the only thing I showed you that I actually stitched was the Scarlet berries at the beginning from Tanya Brockmeyer's Scarlet House presentation at summer school. Just trying to think if I'm remembering, if I'm not remembering something, how I want to share it. Nope, I'm just coming down from the high of summer school, and I've sewn all day yesterday and a chunk of today, and I'm going to get back to it. And just thank you so much. I found my people, and you are it. So thank you for being my people. Talk to you soon. Oh, you won't see me until I'm completely finished sewing tomato bags. Then you'll see me. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.